if Maria's watching us.
You can start. I want you to start. Go.
Oh, okay. So welcome everybody to my first launch with Arbonne as an independent consultant. I'm very happy that you can all be here. And everyone knows everyone already, right?
Yes.
So we're waiting on Salome. When she comes up, we'll do a little introduction. But I asked you all to be here today so I could share my story of how I became an independent consultant with Arbonne and why, most importantly, I did that. And it actually all kind of starts with this little lady over here. This is Jen. I work with her at the Optical Center in Newton, and her sister is an Arbonne consultant. And I was invited to a party at her house where she has been hosting. And it was a very nice party. Kind of learned a little bit. I had never heard of Arbonne before, and I ended up getting the Sea Mud face mask, which is great. And then about a week and a half later, I heard of Arbonne for the second time from Audra, where she approached me at the Optical Center again and gave me a bag that had all these wonderful goodies. It was too good to be true. Did you want to try this for a week or so? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. So yeah, it was orange, my favorite color, exactly. So after I tried it, I knew it was a great product. And Audra invited me to an event to talk more about the business side of Arbonne. So I went to that, and there was one thing that really kind of hit home with me, and it was the fact that Arbonne has taken all of the knowledge that science and clinical trials has given us and put it into a product that I can say that I am comfortable using. So the USA and whatnot, and Jenny will probably go into this later, and other parties will talk about it more, but there's different regulations about what you need to put in your products and what you don't really necessarily have to disclose. And parabens is one of the things that, when it came up at Jen's house, I kind of laughed at it a little bit, oh, parabens. I think I actually said parabens, who really cares? But then I found out that they are directly linked to breast cancer. And I'm a 5-year breast cancer survivor. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm cutting them out. I don't need them. And I shouldn't just say paraben anymore. I should really, hi, Rogie, knock my wine over. I really need to be a little bit more conscious about what I'm putting in my body and on my body. And it's not just about what I'm eating, but it's about what I'm doing and using on a regular basis. So that's why Arbonne became something that I'm going to incorporate into my life, not only through the products, which are wonderful, but also through the business side of things, which is equally as wonderful. And from what I've seen so far in just a week or two of being a consultant, it seems like Arbonne really wants the consultants to be taken care of just as much as the clients are taken care of by the products themselves. So that's my story. That's why I'm here. And I hope that you all have a wonderful night and enjoy everything. So
Thank you.
Very nice.
I didn't look at you at all. I'm sorry. I was so focusing on them.
It's practice getting used to computers.
Sure.
My brother's like, you're really good at talking to the computer. I'm like, I look at the little dot.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that don't know me and haven't heard my story, before I even get into that, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And already it's nice getting to know you more. And that's seriously one of the best things about this business. I've been doing this for a little over 3 years now, and the thing that I get out of this the most at this point, I use these products every single day, blah, blah, blah. But it's the relationships that you make and the people that you meet and the lives that you change. And so tonight, this is a business launch. So this is going to simply be education for you guys to know exactly what it is that she has decided to do. Take what you want from it. I always advise to listen with an open mind, because this was not something I was looking for. For most people, this was not something they were looking for. This is not something to necessarily replace what you're currently doing full-time or part-time, but this is something that can absolutely supplement your life and give you time and financial freedom that you never thought was possible. And so by listening, you're going to learn ways that you can support Rachel, whether that is just by asking her, how's she doing? Obviously, we always like having friends that are involved in our lives. So just by asking, how is the business going? How are things? That's always really nice. You might want to decide to redirect your household spending, things that you're already using, to her business just to help support her. Obviously, that's amazing too. And this may be something that you are personally intrigued by, or you might know somebody that could benefit from this. So I always say just listen with an open mind, take it in, and just moving forward from here on out, you're gonna hear the word Arbonne, and you're gonna think of her. So whether for now or whether it's 2 years from now or 2 months from now, you'll always have a connection. So for me, my story, like I said, it starts a little over 3 years ago, and this was definitely not something that was ever on my radar. I'm in the environmental industry, so I'm usually working outside 95% of the time. 3.5 years ago, I was doing remediation work, soil and groundwater sampling, with heating oil, gasoline leaks. I was around a bunch of men constantly on construction equipment and 40, 50, 60 hours a week, not getting paid overtime whatsoever. So needless to say, a couple things. I did not consider myself to be a product person, and I saw this kind of a business as a lipstick business. I thought, oh, well, I don't use makeup. I don't blah, blah, blah. Well, we provide personal care. If you shower, you can do this business. So hopefully most people shower. I mean, sometimes. I mean, this here. But no, but really. And the other part of it was, I had been introduced to network marketing companies in the past, and I was really honestly, it wasn't for me. I was turned off by the idea of network marketing. I was also uneducated. Once I actually was reintroduced to network marketing and to Arbonne specifically by my friend Maria, I saw very quickly the life impact that this could have. And I was in an industry that it's extremely lucrative in New Jersey, especially. It's probably the number 1, number 2 job that you can get. I've been out of that industry for over 2 years now, and I'm still getting offers for jobs in that field. And I know any day I could drop everything I'm doing and get a job in the remediation field. That being said, I was able to leave that industry, and I still work outside because I love being outside, but I work for the United States Geological Survey now. I have actually recently exceeded my income doing Arbonne part-time versus what I make full-time with the U.S. government. And that's only within 3 years of doing Arbonne. And I don't say that to brag or to impress anybody, but just to show you the impact that this can have. And I was not good at talking in front of people when I started this. I had no clue what makeup primer was or serum was or why we use toner in our products. I was not, okay, Rachel's incredible, first of all, with all of her organizations, everything that she does. No, seriously. I've been doing this over 3 years, and I consistently have consultants that join my team that are better at this than I am. But don't let her amazingness intimidate you, because I'm like the opposite end of the spectrum. So know if this is something that intrigues you, that you can be like me too, where you're like, I have Post-it notes everywhere. And I'm very, look in the back of my car down there, I have this giant desk calendar. That's my organization. I don't do things. But anyway, so anybody can do this business if you're the most organized and amazing person, or if you're just like, I have no clue where I am and what I'm doing. So anyways, yeah, Audra's like me. I don't know.
Exactly. I will help you. I would love to help you.
Will help me. Oh, you will. She's already put together a document, and I'm like, can I have that?
Sure, of course.
But anyway, so this really is truly something for anybody. It's as big or as little as you want it to be. I had no clue what I was going to get out of this. I seriously, I'm from Tennessee originally. I'm from the South altogether. So I went from having 13 plus years of friends that I knew from anywhere that I went to not knowing anybody, plus culture shock, plus working in an industry where I was not making my best girlfriends or best guy friends. And so for me, I saw it as an opportunity originally. What do you do, Rogi? I saw it as an opportunity to, yeah. It's better than, okay, anyway. I saw that as an opportunity to meet people, because even though I wasn't considering myself a product person, once I thought about it, shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body wash, chapstick, sunscreen, etc. You're using at least 10 to 15 products a day, even if you don't consider yourself a product person. That's not including any kind of hair care or makeup that you might be using. So once I started thinking about that, and the fact that it only takes 26 seconds for something that is on your skin to get your bloodstream to your liver, and then learning about the toxins and the importance of the connection now that we are finding between cancer rates and hormone disruptions and neurological disorders, that was something that I was like, okay, I can stand behind that. Because at the end of the day, you can come to an Arbonne presentation, you can get pampered, you can try amazing products, and you're going to leave with an education. Whether or not you buy a single thing from anybody that does Arbonne, that's going to be in your head, and you're going to be a little bit more aware. And I think that's something that is really, really important to all of us, in this. And so, and of course, the other side was financially. I was happy to get a discount and maybe make like $100 a month. I was like, I have no clue what this is. I'm not good at things. I'm not a good person to talk in front of people. I don't know anything about products. I'm just gonna try this out and see what happens. Very, very quickly, the bigger picture was revealed to me. We have a really duplicatable system of success. We have an incredible support system in this company. like none other, incredible mentorship, incredible resources for people. And that is when the bigger picture occurred. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the different levels of management. There are only 4 levels of management in Arbonne. Bam, bam, bam. So the first level of management is district manager. District managers make an average of $1,200 a month, and this is based on part-time hours. Audra just promoted with only 2 months of your business. Yes. Very, very quickly, which is amazing, and that's actually the average on the company. 2 to 4 months to the first level of management. When you get to district manager, you start getting paid on your own purchases, and you also have the ability to earn different incentives and cash bonuses. It's awesome. The next level is area manager, and area managers make an average of up to $3,000 to $5,000 plus, still based on part-time hours. And at this level, the business is willable to our families up to 3 generations. So this is a really big deal. This means, God forbid something happens to you, everything that comes into your business after your passing will go down to your family up to 3 generations. So we actually just recently had a woman who, unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 36, and she left behind a 6-year-old and her husband. The good news is that she was an area manager, so her daughter will have some financial security through her Arbonne business, even though she's no longer with us. The next level of management is regional vice president, and I recently, just like 3 months ago, promoted. It's still very surreal. And it's like I said, this is a business I've built on top of my full-time career, on top of life, like all of us have. It's just inevitable that you will succeed in this business if you are coachable, consistent, have fun, and you don't quit. That's my only secret. Just don't quit and keep going.
And we have the fun part.
Yeah.
Hello. We have that down pat.
Yeah, we got it. We got it going on. So regional vice presidents, we make an average of $5,000 to $8,000 plus a month, still based on part-time hours, and we also get a cash bonus for the free Mercedes Benz,
which is parked in the driveway.
And that's mine. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, we don't have the driveway.
I know.
I'm like,
emergency
break. Really though, I was like, I think I'm here. Steep driveway. Do you like sled down to the river in the wintertime, just down and like on ice?
Nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so but yeah, I was not about the car. I drive a Subaru. I have a dog. He goes everywhere with me. So we always talk about vision in our businesses, and it's like, hey, you should drive a car. You should know exactly which one you want. I didn't even step foot in a dealership until I earned the car. It's amazing. It is real. Arbonne gives me money every single month towards my car. It's my car. It's in my name. You pick whichever one you want. It just has to be white because it stands for pure, safe, and beneficial. For me, it's just evidence what is possible for people. And it does. You feel kind of fancy. I mean, I'll leave my... I'm sorry. You're talking to this girl. I'll leave my job. I was out in this field for 12 hours yesterday in my job, in waders, sweating and disgusting because it was like 8,000 degrees outside. And then I get into my Benz and I'm like, hey. With like my hair matted back, and I'm like, anyways. I digress. So then the last level of management is national vice presidents. National vice presidents make an average of $25,000 to $35,000 a month, still based on part-time hours. Some do make a little less, but some do make into the 6 figures. So I will say, I heard all of those numbers. Everything district manager and above didn't make sense to me. I thought it was not real. I didn't think it was possible. I thought like, well, you have to already have 8 million friends. I did not know anybody up here. I didn't. And that's what I was telling Rachel. I was like, I didn't even, we typically recommend have 2 to 3 launch parties. So if your friends can't come to one, they can come to another one. I only had one because I didn't have anybody to come to 2. And to the first one, I only had 3 people. The one person that I would have never even asked to look at this business was my first person to join my business. And she's still with me today, Alexis, who's a district manager, and she's an incredible human being on my team. She is one of my best friends. And it's not a diss to her to be like, oh, I would have never asked her, but I just wouldn't have.
Right.
So anyways, it is something that's absolutely possible. You have people at the top of the company mentoring you on a regular basis. 2 weeks ago, I went to a leadership school in Albany. I was around some of the successful people in all of Arbonne, and they're connected to us. We are one of the most successful success lines in all of Arbonne.
Say that 3 times.
I know. I say sex line all the time. Successful sex line. No, success line.
Yeah, my 1-800.
That's like
line.
you find out about the other side. Anyway, so now about the company itself. How many guys other than through Rachel have heard of Arbonne before? And obviously you have.
Yeah.
With me.
Never.
Okay. So that's actually like a high odds here. So most people typically haven't heard of Arbonne. We're only still at about 4% product awareness in the United States. So what that means in a business sense is wide open. So we are a 35-year-old health and wellness company. We are 100% botanically based and Swiss formulated. We are, I don't care about what. We are the first company. We're the first company of our kind to be certified carbon neutral by UPS. So we use post-consumer packaging, soy-based ink. Everything, like it shows the detail in the company. Our catalogs are smaller. Our protein powder used to come in tubs. Now they come in bags. The bottles are smaller than they used to be when I started, and that was only 3 years ago. So everything down to the packaging and impact we have on this earth is really important to the company. We are certified gluten-free and vegan, and we have been for 35 years. I am not vegan, but having a vegan protein is huge to me. Having vegan products that are not tested on animals is huge to me. We do not use animal byproducts in any of our products either. A lot of people are looking for this. 35 years ago, people didn't know what that meant. They didn't care, right? People didn't know what gluten-free meant. They were like, what's gluten? I don't even know what gluten is. Now, yeah, what's gluten?
I know a lot of people are allergic to that.
So it's now it's trending. So moving forward, we are also I don't even know. Now we're GMO screen, which is also huge. People are looking to have things that are free of GMOs. We also just recently got our kosher certification, which these are all major processes. It's not just paying a company to get the label. These are strict formulations. These are strict standards that we have to adhere to. And Arbonne wants to be the best of best. Our mission statement is to be pure, safe, and beneficial. From day one, like I said, our founder, he was truly a visionary. 26 years ago, he knew what we put on our bodies contributed to what happened on the inside. And so instead of contributing to the sickness industry, he wanted to help us actually be better and be well and to thrive. And I think that's a really huge thing. As I mentioned earlier, there's more and more correlation between cancer rates and personal care products. And whether you use your couple of products or 1,000 products a day, this is something we're putting on our body every single day in, day out, since we're kids. So it really is something to be aware of. And, really, we're living a lot longer. We're underinsured, we're uninsured, and what's more expensive, a slightly more expensive face cream or treating cancer or not living as long or fulfill life down the road because you don't have something, and for me, I'm not going to be able to have everything perfect in my life, but every little spot that I can put something good in, I'm going to do my best. The next thing is we're pH correct and hypoallergenic. You're dermatologist, pediatrician, and ophthalmologist tested and approved.
Allergic to everything.
You are? Oh,
Allergic
you're
to
going to love
everything.
So a little fun fact, since we're botanically based, I was like, okay, so that's plants. How do we stay hypoallergenic? All of our cells are extracted from the stems or the leaves of a plant. So unless you have a really rare allergy to some tiny little thing, most 99% of people who use our products won't have a reaction.
Most allergies are pollens,
Yeah.
flowers, and that part.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. So the biggest thing that got my attention when I learned about Arbonne, because I wasn't considering myself to be a product person especially, was the fact that we follow the European Union Cosmetics Directive. We ban over 1,400 toxins and chemicals from being used in our formulations, while in the United States, there are currently only about 12 that are banned. So it's very similar to our food labeling laws. So we can put whatever we want on the labels. We can omit it. There's probably 12 different words for one ingredient. So they'll trick you into oh, well, it's okay, but it really isn't. And then also what they put in the products and how much of something goes in. There's no laws. So I'm not going over 1,400, but I'll go over some of the major ones. But if you do want to learn more about some of the more specific ingredients, we can definitely give you a list. One of the biggest ones, I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's poison ivy. Thanks.
Okay,
I'm
get
so
out of here.
One of the biggest ones is mineral oil. Mineral oil is a byproduct of the petroleum industry. So you have crude oil, you distill it, you get gasoline on one side, and then mineral oil is the remaining sludge. Mineral oil and whey are soul sisters. And they're soul sisters in the sense that these are both byproducts of another industry that has already existed for decades, if not centuries. And then all of a sudden, these major corporations realize we're spending thousands, millions, billions of dollars to get rid of these waste products in an environmentally safe way. What are we doing? How can we profit? So the whey industry, this is just curds and whey, milk byproduct. They're like, let's figure out how to process it and put it in a powdered form so that we can sell it and make a profit. So whey is really not good for you, especially the way it's processed. Even if you got the purest form of whey from a happy cow that had no antibiotics or hormones in it, you would still be digesting something that your body wouldn't fully recognize. and therefore you're not going to get the full value of what you're consuming. But 99% of what you're going to be getting is coming from one of 3 manufacturing facilities in the United States, and you're going to be getting the hormones and the antibiotics and anything else that cow is consuming is going to be in that product, not including what might be actually put into the product through the processing. So same thing with mineral oil. Mineral oil, it is toxic. It is like putting saran wrap on your skin. Anything good going in cannot go in, and nothing bad can come out because you're suffocating your skin. Typically a product, 30 to 60% of it will be mineral oil, and then the remaining percentage will be good stuff. So there might really be amazing ingredients, but because mineral oil is in there as a filler, they can't actually fully get the full value of it. And this is something now that I use Arbonne and I look back to high school, I had horrible skin, I had horrible complexion, I had zits everywhere, I was super oily but super dry at the same time, which never made sense. But it's because you're putting mineral oil on, it gives the impression you're moisturizing, but it's actually sucking out moisture and not putting things in your skin that you need. It's crazy. So you really want to look out for mineral oil. It's literally in everything. Parabens, as Rachel mentioned earlier, known carcinogen. Unfortunately, the United States is one of the only countries that still uses it. It's in everything: methylparaben, ethylparaben, polypropylparaben. I think there's 6, 7, if not more, parabens total. It's a preservative that allows companies to keep products on shelves for 50, 60 years and leave them in warehouses. We should be consuming these products within 3 to 6 months. Another one, talc. Talc is directly associated with ovarian cancer. We had a woman the other night at a party say her sister just passed away recently. I think she was less than age 60, and her doctor said it was because she put talc powder on her chest and in her makeup just to powder up, and she was inhaling that, and that was what he basically equated to that. So these are things you want to look out for. Like I said, I can give you a more extensive list. We definitely have that for you. So people do hear, okay, I heard the compensation plan. It sounds like these products are amazing. Where do you rank to what's already out there? So there's 3 different levels. There is American Beauty, which is unfortunately the lowest. But American Beauty is going to be your Walmart, your Walgreens, CVS. Your middle level is going to be your premium, your Estee Lauder, your Lancome, your Chanel, your GNC, your specialty nutrition stores. People say, okay, if it's a European brand, are you going to get the really high quality? It's going to definitely be better than what's in the American Beauty, but unfortunately, it's still going to have more fillers and toxins in them. You'd have to go overseas. I actually have a friend who's an esthetician. She has her own salon. She's been telling people she's using these pure products. They're French. But unfortunately, I researched them with her, and she realized she was putting products on their skin that had 2 types of mineral oil and 4 different types of parabens in them. If you went over to France, they would be amazing high quality. But in the United States, they have a different manufacturing facility. The highest level is ultra premium, which is going to be like your La Prairie, your Merle Norman. It's usually boutique or appointment only. I know, I didn't know if they were either. I like your face, like, I don't know. I didn't know if they were either.
I've heard it several times. I still don't.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fancy. So basically, most people never experienced them before, because anything from like an eye cream could be anywhere from $300 to $600 plus for one product. Yeah, so that's why, most people are like, no, that's people that have money to blow. That being said, Arbonne is considered to be an ultra premium quality, which most people have never experienced. We're priced below premium price points, so we're cheaper than department store brands. We are 100% concentrated products, so when you see what we have, those products last anywhere from 4 to 6 months plus, or typically what you get would last anywhere from 2 to 3 months tops. I know that I never experienced the quality before. You need the tiny, tiny bit. You feel it soak into your skin. You don't feel like you have grease or anything like that. And you see results typically within 2 to 3 days of using it. And me not being a product person, I'm a total product person. I love our stuff. I'm like, I gotta get it on.
Yeah, right.
So what else? So now I can tell you why we're an affordable product. And this is my favorite thing to talk about, because I was so uneducated and I had such a negative perspective on network marketing was. Network marketing is one of the oldest industries to date. Oh, no. Network marketing is one of the oldest industries to date. It is also one of the most misunderstood industries that we have seen ever. That being said, it is currently the fastest growing industry in the entire world. Number 1. And there are so many reasons for this. I'm wondering if I should go. We'll wait. We're having an intermission. Hi. Oh, yeah. Anybody delay. Delay.
I'm going to take advantage.
Yeah, I wouldn't refill. Go ahead.
Cheers. Cheers. It's nice and cool. They can still see us.
Yeah.
Whoever's there. And by the way, this
I wonder if anyone's watching.
well, I was gonna say, by the way, there are ways to edit it, which I haven't Googled yet, but you can Google how to edit your Google Hangout. So
So, like,
we can
afterwards?
cut this out, but it's always recorded unless I delete it. So
Oh,
right now
so then I
you can
can put it
still
back up
send it so they can
afterwards.
hear you talking and
Oh, that's neat.
Well, you don't have to send it. They can just, it'll go right to her Facebook, won't it?
well she can post it to her Facebook.
Yeah.
But but either way, any of these links like
Yeah.
they're never expired.
Yeah.
So if I ever do an event at my house and it's late at night, I'll probably not be wearing pants. But you don't know it.
That's very Rachel thing.
But you don't know it because
I'm usually just.
I'll
never
put on
wearing pants.
I'll probably just be wearing like a tank top and pajama pants and be like,
Yes.
oh, and then put on jewelry
Yes.
and then like make sure my hair is
Put
up or
face
something.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey, Sal.
How are
Why
you?
not?
Good.
We're about halfway through, so we're good.
But no problem. Why don't you want to grab that and swing that around? You can have a seat there.
Since you're last, though, we're gonna quiz you at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You want to put your one here or what? All right.
Audrey, you want to close that door so the bugs don't get in? Just push it.
Now that
Actually, open a little bit, and then it'll shut on its own. You don't have to do the foot thing. Just push it towards me,
and then let it go.
and then let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
Audra.
let it go. There you go. Very nice.
We haven't even tackled the computer.
I know. Should quick steady.
What did she say? You're a quick study.
This will be easy. All right, so
Okay.
quick introduction.
Yes.
Sorry. So Salome, this is Jen. This is Jenny, Audra, and then Melissa.
Hi.
Laura's over here,
Hi.
and then Tracy. Okay, so this is Salome, and she works with us at Richfield Family Eye Care in
Welcome.
Welcome to the party.
Um,
We can later.
That was real.
So yeah, so I just kind of got over discussing what the company was about. Have you ever heard about Arbonne? You haven't. Okay. Well, she'll
Only
give
a
you
little
more
bit
examples.
from me.
Okay. Well, but if I roll up, no. We can go over the details later, but basically, we are toxin-free, we are filler-free, we are certified gluten-free, vegan, GMO-screen, and kosher. We're 35 years old, Swiss formulated. This is a really high-quality product. And this is something that Rachel's really passionate about, and she can obviously tell you about that later as well. And I'll talk to you more. And we're broadcasting live to the world of internet people.
So say hi.
So that being said, I was just, yeah, nobody wearing skirts needs to, So I was just talking about how Arbonne works as a business model and why we're such a high quality product with such an amazing compensation plan, yet we're really affordable for people to really invest in this business and into these products. So once again, network marketing is currently the fastest growing industry in the entire world. There's so many reasons for this. This is because social media, the internet. This is literally because of the .com boom. Back in the 80s, everybody got the internet. Everybody started using the computers. Everybody started shopping online. And slowly but surely, retail has declined. And people are going back to word of mouth advertising or anything that we do, whether it's a service or a product, etc. And the fact that we have access to thousands, if not millions of people giving us information or opinions, that's where we're going to now. So even if I see something online, like I'm going to go to Dr. Rachel because she has clients that go to her and think she's amazing. People are going to go to Audra. They're going to go to people because of referrals. You're going to use a product, oh, your skin looks amazing. What have you been using? Or where do you buy that bottle of wine? Like, I'm not getting paid for those things, but I use Arbonne. And if somebody wants to try it and they want to learn how they can turn an expense into an income, Arbonne teaches me how to do that. And once again, information is so readily available. I mean, we see the Cecil the Lion thing all over the internet within a day of like everybody's talking about it. But that pertains to anything. So people are posting articles about Johnson & Johnson undergoing massive lawsuits because of all of the toxins in their products, known carcinogens that people have been putting on their babies. And this is a baby product. It takes half the time to get into their bloodstream that it does into an adult. And a lot of these toxins cannot be detoxified out. I know. I'm sorry. I know, right?
Shit out of me.
Yeah. But it's true, and that's the thing is I've been a health nut my whole life trying to eat right, blah blah blah, and I never considered what I was even putting on my skin because I didn't consider myself a product person, and
I
that's
think
why.
a deodorant, how close it is to your.
Yeah. But anyway, so that being said, it's more and more public knowledge, so people are finding out. So the fact that Arbonne is what it is, people are looking for what we have to offer. The other side of network marketing in general is the fact that we have an alternate distribution system. That is the only difference between what we do and traditional retail. With traditional retail, only about 2% of what you pay for a product goes into the quality of the product, and the remaining 98% left goes into the overhead, which can be up to 6 different industries. That's the warehouser, the wholesaler, the retailer, the multi-billion-dollar industry of advertising. I know Halle Berry isn't going to Walmart to buy her Revlon eyeshadow that she gets paid $50 million to endorse. We know Jennifer Aniston isn't going to dye her hair with a box of color from Target. We know better as consumers. And so once again, word of mouth advertising is where it's at. So instead of paying into all of these industries, all of that money goes back into the consultant, and it goes back into the quality of the product, and it goes back into even the people that are purchasing the product. So as consultants, we haven't made. We haven't. Come on now, pierogi.
Come on, give it a break. That's good.
Right now, as consultants, we have our own personalized website that Arbonne has given us. I did not have to call my friend Scotty to design a web page for me, to make it all. I don't know anything. I'm not computer savvy either. And they set it up. I'm serious. I like to log in and type in a thing and click. And they set it up for us. And that's something that anybody that's in my business can use. We have an incredible home office. If there's ever a question that you need to be asked, there's always somebody there to help you with anything that you need, whether you're a client or a consultant. And we have world-class training and leadership that you can't get anywhere else. They truly believe in Arbonne that if we're happy, that we're going to be successful. So unlike a lot of jobs and careers, they want to see you succeed. I want to see you succeed. Everybody that brings you into this business, we want to see you succeed. And you're going to get gifted along the way just for doing what you're supposed to do, which is crazy. Like, I don't buy jewelry ever. So anything that I'm ever wearing, I bought this for myself because I thought it was pretty, but 99% of everything else is a gift from somebody on my Arbonne team. I get personal growth CDs, I get books, just fun things just for doing what we're doing. And it's a gratitude-based business. So where else? I mean, in your typical job, and I know you guys all work in the same job together, but not everybody wants to see you succeed because you might be trying to take their job. I work in the federal government. Until the people above me die, quit, or retire, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not. I'm at a cap. I'm at a total cap. And as soon as somebody dies, quits, or retires in another state where I might want to work or transfer to, that's like hundreds, if not thousands, of people trying to get that one job. So for me, Arbonne is that flexibility to love my job where it's at, just love what I can love out of it, even if I don't love it overall, but know that I have something else. That's my financial security backbone. Or if it's something that is a plan B that needs to be turned into a plan A, you can actually do that. So the biggest thing that really got my attention with network marketing specifically was the fact that there are 4 key factors of network marketing. And they're teaching them all over the United States at universities because it's such a fast-growing industry. Basically, they're saying if you're looking to get involved in a company, they should have one of the 4 key factors. Arbonne has all 4. And this is where I did not have a business mindset. None of this really made sense to me. But hearing this made so much sense. And that's where I was kind of like, wow, like if I'm going to do something, this has to be it. So the first key factor is a consumable product. If you consume something, that means you're going to use it and buy it over and over again. We provide personal care products. You're showering already. You're already potentially using nutrition. You're already potentially using makeup. You're washing your hair. You're washing your body. You're using it over and over again. When people find a product that they fall in love with, they're going to continue to buy it over and over again. And this is an ultra premium quality they can get for a below premium price point delivered to their house. And they can learn how to get anywhere from 20 to 80% off of their purchases. Like, who does not want that? Everybody's shopping online these days anyways. So why not learn how to get paid to do that? The second key factor is marketplace demand. When you're looking at something to get involved in, this for me was the biggest thing because you want to reach everybody that you can possibly reach. I don't want to limit myself to one sex, to one age group, to one type of person, because that's limiting your paycheck and it's limiting who you can bring onto your team. We literally have something for everybody. We have a baby line approved on 0 to 3 month olds. We have a #1 clinically tested anti-aging line that's been approved, tested against several hundred other brands and got #1 on many levels. We reformulated this line and re-released it about 7 years ago, and our company grew over 700% just from that alone. Because whether you're 20 years old or you're 50 years old, people are looking for anti-aging, and because it's award-winning, people love our RE9 line. The other part is we have an incredible nutrition line. for every single human being. We have, if you just have your daily essentials, I drink a protein shake at least every single day, one time a day, if not twice a day. You don't have to work out. It's not something that you have to be buff to do. It's just really, you get your nutrients in a liquid form. I wake up at 4:45 to go to my full-time job. I drive over an hour to work every single day, and then I have my protein shake waiting for me. It's magical. And then we also have a pre, during, and post-workout supplement that is really appealing to a lot of men. It's certified drug-free, and it is just released. There's not a single product on the market, whether it's network marketing or mainstream. There's not a single product like it. We have a full entire makeup line that has been award-winning. We also have a skincare line for every type in between, from acne to oily to regular skin to sensitive skin. So literally something for everybody. So we have people that are still in college, just graduating high school. We have people that are retiring, looking to be able to maintain their standard of living that do Arbonne. We have everybody in between, whether you're professional, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a teacher, or you have 5 different jobs. This is something that you can do. The third key factor is what keeps me up late at night and wakes me up early in the morning. These ladies know I sleep maybe 4 hours a night, and I'm always full of energy because I love what I do. And it's timing and trends. There's a huge collision going on right now between the health and wellness industry and the home-based business boom. The health and wellness industry is projected to be the next multi-trillion-dollar industry. The last time we saw that was the dot-com boom. So if you were thinking back in the day, oh, if I had stock in Google or if I had stock in Apple, then maybe I would be really, set financially because these companies are doing so well. Arbonne is the Google and the Apple of network marketing. There's an LRI industry report that is a magazine every single year. And last year it was released, I think, in October, and we are projected to grow at least 600 to 700% between now and 2020. That's less than 5 years. 600 to 700%. That's crazy. This is where I say it's inevitable. This is not something that I say you start your business today and you're making $1 million tomorrow. But I started off not knowing anybody, not knowing anything about business or products, building this on top of a full-time job, and I promoted to the 3rd level of management. 95% of people that stick it out in network marketing 5 to 10 years make it to the top of the company. I'm going to be living my life. I'm going to be busy working hard anyway, so why not be a little out of balance and drink wine on somebody's back deck and talk about the business opportunity and get paid to do it? I mean, really though.
Right.
Why not?
Really, really. Not like an SNL skit, really.
Yeah.
Tina Fey and what's her face. Anyway, they're like their newest thing. Really? Oh, we need to do something like that. Anyways.
Yeah.
So the other part of the timing and trends is our globalization. So we are only in 5 countries: in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Poland as of last year. We're going into Taiwan next year and multiple countries at a time after that. So here's the deal. You might not know a single human being in any of those countries, but who cares? Inevitably, somebody on your team will. And if you're a really savvy internet person and you're good at networking online through LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, that's where all of a sudden you make connections where you realize, oh yeah, my friend's aunt's Polish, or she studied abroad in Australia. My sister has one of her best friends that was living in Taiwan and Australia. He's getting back to the US like next week and we have a date to talk. It might not be him that joins my business, but inevitably he's going to know somebody that's going to be connected in another country. So that means you're sleeping, and then on the other side of the world, a business is being built. And if you're like me, who loves to travel, that's a tax-deductible business expense.
Every time you travel.
Every time. I have a huge entire leg of people on my team up in Casanova, New York. I did not know a single one of them before I started my business. They were connected actually from a girl that lives in the area. She's just doing this as a hobby, and she loves the products, but a couple girls on her team below her decided that they really wanted to build a big business, so we connected. And now they're a huge part of my business, and I get to go up there regularly. I'm going up there next week. And I love to travel. So you don't have to travel. So people that don't like to travel have things like Google Hangout, where you can, at any time of the day, any time of the night, you can do videos, you can FaceTime with anybody and build your business. So the last key factor of network marketing, I think, is almost the next important factor, because this is where I like to answer any objections that people have. I don't have any time. I don't know anybody. I'm not a salesperson. So that was me, which once again, most people, I don't think anybody was like, I want to sell skincare and make a living. That wasn't what I thought I was going to do. It's not. I mean, there's not a single person in Arbonne that's extremely successful that said, this is what I imagined in my life. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're doing the visual. I do the visual.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm good at miming.
Yeah. She's a mime.
I know the signal though. The like. You have one?
Yeah.
See, that's why we know.
Emily knows the kid.
Yeah.
She's gotten the kid.
Yeah.
Laura's gotten the kid.
So,
Yes, you're right.
so here's the thing with the sales objection.
Where's
Is
my
we're-
kid?
As we're
You
all
left your kid at work.
oh, there you
It was
go.
sitting there for you.
I was
to take.
stressed.
I was stressed.
I think you left. No, but that's the thing is we have full-size kits of our products to offer to people to try on their own time. I personally use Arbonne products every single day for everything that I do. I've redirected my household spending to Arbonne. If there's something that I don't love, then I'm going to tell you that I don't love it. And the thing that's really great about that is I'm still going to have it because even if I don't love it, you might love it. And we give you the opportunity to try that. So for me, I'm not a salesperson because A, I use the product. So I can sincerely, with integrity, say, I love this. This is what I use. Or my next door neighbor, this is her favorite thing. I've seen these results. But here, either way, try this first. So I'm not shoving a catalog into somebody's face. I'm not saying, here, visit my website and buy something. I'm giving you that opportunity. So in a time perspective, the more products that you have and the more marketplace demand that you have, the quicker you will go. So you have a friend that just had a baby. Here you go. Here's a baby kit and an anti-aging kit and some fizz sticks for energy. And then you have somebody that's super active. Here's some nutrition samples. Here's a men's kit. Here's a women's kit. You have people that have really sensitive skin. Here's the calm one. You have somebody that has a teenage daughter on puberty. Here's our clear acne line. So all of these are out working for you. I could be going from my full-time job to my part-time job, my full-time job to grad school, my full-time job to a date night, to pick up the kids, whatever it might be. You have 2 minutes to say, hey, Tracy. Hi. I just started my own business. Here's the invisible kit, just so you know. That's a full-size product. I just started my own business. I've been using this line. I absolutely love it. Why don't you take it home for a few days and pamper yourself? Let's meet up on Wednesday for a glass of wine. In the meantime, I know you're looking to take on a second part-time job. Instead of working on somebody else's dime and worrying about somebody else's schedule, why don't you check this out? I think it'd be so much fun to do this, and you get out of this business what you put into it. Listen and let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, enjoy the products.
Great.
That's it.
I think she's done that a couple times.
Yeah.
A couple.
It's that easy. Tracy's like, Jenny, I've already tried you. But no, but that's really how simple it is. 2 minutes to give somebody those products, and they're going to feel complimented. They're going to be excited. I was, because I'm like, I don't even know what this is. I use Dove soap from head to toe. So I was like, whatever, I'll try this. That's awesome. Then they have the opportunity to learn about the business. We have pre-recorded phone calls. We have pre-recorded videos. We have any kind of avenue to reach out to somebody. We do have group events. I always like to say, I'm from the South, so I will have a party every day of the week. My friends will bring snacks, and I actually embrace them, little Rachel. I love cooking. I love food, et cetera, et cetera. That being said, if that's not for you, you don't like it, you don't have the space, you don't have the time, you can just build your business on kits. I always recommend doing both. You don't have to have parties. And I think that's a huge factor because some people have talked themselves out of this business because they think they have to have parties, and that's a very sad thing for them because I'm like, you don't. My sponsor, Maria, she just promoted to national vice president after 4 years of being in the business. When she started her business, she was working over 70 hours a week. She had a 2-year-old son, was a music teacher, had 2 part-time jobs, was managing her husband's construction business, and never saw their son. So she called her sponsor up and said, I need to change. I need to change. I'm not living my life. I know this isn't how things are supposed to be. I need to promote to where I can replace my teaching salary. She did that within 4 months. We're driving her Mercedes-Benz, and she was able to be a stay-at-home mom. At the age of 41, this past October, she was actually able to have a second child, which she's always wanted but never thought she could have because of Arbonne. And doing so, she was a regional vice president last October. She was able to promote to the top of the company in Arbonne with a newborn baby and a, I guess, 4 or 5-year-old son because of Arbonne. And once again, you might love your career and want to work it until you're 85 years old and forever and ever. But this is something that'll be a backup. This is something just for whether it's extra shoe money, whether it's extra vacation money, whatever it might be, it's there for you. I used to be uncomfortable talking about the money aspect, but that's why people get started. For me, I've been doing this for years. I've replaced and exceeded my income with the federal government. It's not about me anymore. It's about the fact that I get to introduce it and we get to choose who we work with. So I always say, if you're invited to one of these events, whether this is
You are
for you or not,
chosen.
you're chosen.
You're welcome.
Really, you're welcome. Take it. Seriously though, take it as a compliment because there's people that I genuinely care for as human beings that I will not offer the business to. If they ask me, okay, but we get to choose who we do this with, and we surround ourselves by optimistic, successful people. And if you're maybe not where you want to be there. Some people join this business simply for the personal growth. So to sum this all up, I'm not really going to quiz anybody unless you want me to, but no. To really sum up what we do, we're an internet-based company. We do not stock and deliver. We couldn't if we wanted to because our products are so pure, safe, and beneficial that they'll expire within a year to a year and a half of being open. So things are actually made to order from the manufacturing facility. You have ability to earn up from anywhere from 20 to 80% off of all of your purchases. And you are basically just making an active decision to stop supporting major corporations that don't care whether or not you get cancer and start supporting a company that does and learn how to turn that expense into an income. That's all that we do. So before I or Tracy or Audra or Rachel decided to sell a product, either way, we're using Arbonne for the rest of our lives because we know that the company has integrity. We know what the company stands for. And Arbonne still pays me on all that. They get paid on all of that regardless. And then if other people want to use the products, they're going to pay us on that too. So there are 4 ways to get involved. The 2 ways are as a client and a preferred client. You don't have to memorize this all, but basically as a preferred client, you pay a $20 one-time fee. You get a 20% discount for a full year, no matter what. So you could buy something today, you could wait 4 months, you'll still get 20% off of everything. Within your first month, you have the ability to get anywhere from 20 to 50% off of everything that you want. So when I say that, what I recommend is if you're looking through the catalog and you're looking through products, which Rachel's put together a really, really nice list for you, but there's an I need and I want list. I need is today, if you're like, I definitely want to get the sunscreen, the sunless tanner, and the aromatherapy spray, this is what I want or I need. But then if there's an I want, you're not sure if you're going to buy it today or not, but you're interested, put it on the I want list. And that way we know, because it could be a matter of $15 or $25 to get another $125 of product. So it's our job to give you those discounts. As a preferred client, you also get your own ID number. So this is really great because Rachel could be on vacation somewhere or have a really busy work week. And yet you're like, oh my gosh, I really need my makeup primer, whatever it is. You can go online any time of the day or night, order for yourself, but it's still connected to her. So for us as consultants, once again, inevitably over time, you're going to build that base of preferred clients, just that alone. I've gotten 3 emails in the past week from people that I haven't even spoken to, but they're connected to me and they've placed orders. So over time, that's inevitable. Then the third way to get involved, and that's also a very supportive way for Rachel, which once again, if you like to make fancy snacks and fancy drinks, and you can
chicken
do that.
nuggets.
Or chicken nuggets.
But I'll bring it with me. I don't care.
That's true.
You tell me what you want.
Can I host a facial party?
Sure.
But if you like to do that, you can. But sometimes people are turned off and thinking, oh, I don't want to host because I can't do this fancy. You don't have to. Wear sweatpants. Have all your friends wear sweatpants. If you have a kitchen table, a bottle of wine or cucumber, whatever you want, then you're going to be able to get up to 80% off of everything that you want. And that's through Arbonne. Arbonne is extremely generous just for knowing that you're allowing us into your home to educate people. You can get a ridiculous amount of products. My mom got $625 of products for only $125. A free gift, 50% off items, and free shipping. So that is a great way to support Rachel. We do mud masks and martinis. We do makeovers and mimosas. We do nutritional samplings. I did a summer sizzler. It was my first time doing it. I just liked the products and I liked the nutrition. So I was like, it's a summer sizzler. I made it up and I had a lot of fun because it's something I was passionate about. So as long as you do something that you like and you're passionate, people don't care. You're going to have a really fun time and get great rewards. And the last way to get involved is, of course, our favorite, is a consultant. Consultants make a 35% discount on any personal purchases. We can get up to 80% depending on different deals. We also get a 35% commission on all sales direct to us. We also get a commission on preferred clients. And then once you're a district manager or above, you're essentially getting paid on your own purchases. I get paid on my purchases 4 times. So I get paid as a consultant, as a district manager, as an area manager, and as a regional vice president. So not only am I buying at a discount, I'm getting paid back on my purchases, which is crazy. They can do that, so why not? You also have the ability to earn a cash bonus at every single management level. And then also as you go up, you get an override percentage of what our team is doing overall. Because what Arbonne recognizes, if I'm promoting in my business, then so are people in my business. Because I'm not successful if everybody else isn't successful. So once you're a district manager, you get an 8% override of what your whole entire team produces on top of your own commissions. When you go up to area manager, you have a willable business, and then you make another 6% on top of that 8%. So you get up to 14% of your whole entire team, and then it goes up from there. So once again, just for doing what you're doing. We have world-class leadership and mentorship. We have audio, we have video, we have paper. We have weekly Sunday night calls. We have quarterly trainings up in Albany, New York, which we're blessed to go to. We're going to one next month, which will be amazing. And we have monthly trainings here in New Jersey. So you have everything that you need. You don't have to know a single thing at all about anything. We will help you, and definitely Rachel will. And the two things that I want to leave with were two questions that were asked of me. And they're questions that I honestly, when my friend Maria asked them, I scoffed at her a little bit and was like, oh. And then I gave it another minute or so to think about it. And I was like, wow, that's a really good point. So the first question is, if you continue doing what you're doing right now for the next 5 years, where do you see yourself, especially financially? And then if God forbid something were to happen to the main source of income in your household, how long could you survive on what you have saved? So I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage. But these are things that I've been working for my whole life and putting money away, etc. And 3 years ago, I was working a full-time job with a salary and benefits, and I'm like a super frugal person. And I saw that not going anywhere. And this is something for me that was going to just be a little bit that turned into a lot. And I've seen it affect so many people's lives. So just see where this might fit in for you. This might fit in your shoe money budget. This might fit in your travel budget. This might fit in for holidays that you can just buy people whatever they want. Or it might be you love your career, but you're never going to make enough. This can help you stay in that career that you love without the worry. This could be giving you that freedom to stay home with a loved one. God forbid something were to happen and they're sick and you need to be there for them. So just think about what that might be for you. And in the meantime, thanks again so much for listening to all this information and for supporting Rachel and her new journey, because this is awesome. And I know she's going to be awesome. So if you are at all intrigued, please ask me questions. I'm here. What time is it? I'm here for another 20 minutes or so. So please feel free to ask me any questions. In the meantime, we have snacks and wine, etc. And then the products are inside. And Rachel has made a very user-friendly form for you to fill out anything you might be interested in trying. So thank you. I know we're like blackout on that.
I know, you can't see it. That's better that way. It's better that way.
It's so funny too because 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it?
Moths. Well, now that it's a little bit cooler outside, we can transfer inside. But thank you very much for everyone for being here, even this, this long. I'm here all night. So everyone is welcome to stay as long as they want. Even if I even said, Melissa, stay over, that's fine. But we'll be trying the products and whatnot, answering any questions. And I have, the more that I listen to what Jenny said, I've probably heard it maybe 3 or 4 times now. And every time she says it, I'm like, oh yeah, what she's saying, this is what I want to share with it. So everything, every point that she makes, I have kind of not a counterpoint, like a side point of, why did I do this? Because of that reason, I don't have kids. I've got pierogi. She's great,
Yeah,
I don't have a mortgage. I rent a house, but what happens if I can't work? I can't get disability insurance. I was in a meeting when I was in school when they said, you're going to graduate, you need to get disability insurance. And I already had pre-existing condition. I'm out. I can't have it. If I can't work, I'm up a creek. So, what am I going to do for myself for when I want to have kids, for when I know I'm going to have a mortgage, and if something happens, or, maybe I'm going to work a lot harder right now so that when I do have kids, I don't have to work at all.
You can choose
what I can do whatever I want. And these are the things people say, well, when do you have time to do this? And when do you have time to do that? It's all online. I put it on my phone. I put my earbuds in. And when I'm driving down to Florham Park and there's traffic on 287, I'm just listening to Maria say, hey, this is how you're going to make money. This is how you're going to love the product. This is what you're going to do. And this is how you're going to be great at it. So we always find, there was a saying about finding the nooks and crannies, right, in your life to fit these things in. And I've been someone who's been waking up early. but I find that I can't wait to get out of bed to go and do this. And I just sent out packages. I sent out 20 packages to friends and family that can't be at the launches because they're in Pennsylvania or they're in Canada. I sent one to Canada. I sent my friend maybe $4 worth of samples. It cost me $10 to ship it to Canada. And I was like, I don't even care because I want her to use these things. I want her to see what it's like. And I put little notes in them. And that's something that, I'm happy to share it. That makes me feel good. That makes me think I want to get up at 5 in the morning so I can share this with people, so I can make their lives that much better. And then maybe they pay it forward to this person and that. And when I go to bed at night, it might be at 9 o'clock because I'm exhausted. But that's okay because I knew that my day was better because of, the choices that I made, whether it be at Newton or in Florham Park or online with Arbonne or what have you. So again, thank you very much for being here. And there's lots of wine and there's more food in the fridge. If I need to restock, let me know. But let's move it inside because it's getting a little buggy. And help yourself to anything.
She rocks. I love her. You did. Having her in my life is amazing.
Bye, broadcast people.
Yeah.